Hi everyone, my name is Dante Seret. I'm a web software and a data developer. Having worked with Royal Media Services, I've worked with Nation Media and Internews Kenya. All those are media houses in Kenya. So I have over 10 years experience working in the newsroom with journalists and graphics designers. So today I'm going to take you through a tutorial on some of the tools that you can use to analyze data. So if we go back to, if we just look at this screen, you can see that there are various tools that you can use to analyze data. So there are many of them. What these tools do is that they enable you to upload a spreadsheet, like an Excel spreadsheet. For example, what I have here is causes of death in Kenya in 2012. So this data was from the Economic Survey Department of Civil Registration. So if you have this spreadsheet, you put it in the correct format, then you just upload it as is, and then it will visualize for you. So for example, I had this spreadsheet. I uploaded it to Google Drive, and I got this visualization. This is what we call a tree map. A tree map represents the size of the triangle represents the total amount of deaths. So Google Maps is just one of examples of data visualization. So here you look, you see there are so many softwares that you can use, but some of them require a bit of technical knowledge. So the first three are friendly for journalists. So we'll look at those three. But before we go into that, you might ask yourself, how do I collect this information? Like how this, like I want to have data from a certain region, but I'm not able to collect it. So working for Royal Media Services, I developed a software. I called it News Vault. This basically is a crowdsourcing software. It is web-based, so any reporter can upload news from anywhere in the world because it is web-based. So this one I developed initially for Citizen, it was TV and radio. And then when I went out, I developed it for Slopes Media House. This is Mount Kenya TV and Iganjo FM. So I'll just take you through how to use this software to get news from all over the world. So I've just logged in. You select, for example, Mount Kenya TV. Yeah, you selected the newsroom or programming. We are interested in a newsroom. We select newsroom. Here you can see, you can select 12, 1, 4, 7, and 9 p.m. So for example, you go to 1 p.m. news. Here you get 4 versions of the news. We have the raw, edit, revised, and on air. So reporters can only see the raw version of the stories, and editors can see edit, revised, and on air. So if, for example, you can go to raw version, we click on raw. Here you get a listing of all the stories for the day. If, for example, you can click on the first story here. So you get an interface just like Microsoft Word. So you edit your news, you can bold, underline, italics. The interesting bit about this is that you can actually embed media. For example, I've embedded an MP3 file if you have a sound bite. So for reporters for radio, when you go to the radio station, you just click on preview. Then so you're able to read your news live on air, and then when you get to your soundbite, you just click and it plays right there. So you don't have to get it from another external source. So that's the beauty about this software. The other thing is that you can attach your, if you have, for example, a data sheet, you can attach it to this software, even video, and even a visualization that you've done somewhere. So you can just attach it here and save it here. So you can upload and embed media files here. So now that you have the news and you've added the attachment to your news item, so you have the data that you wanted collected just from anywhere all over the world. So let's go into the software tools that you can use. So first of all, we'll go to what we call Tableau Public. Tableau, it's here with the link, this first one. Tableau is a software tool that's made for journalists. So again, here you just upload a Google spreadsheet and it will visualize for you. So for example, I'll introduce what we call a line chart or a multiple line chart. This will help you to analyze trends. So for this example, this is Corona. This is how Corona has been going over time. So these are the various states. As you can see, New York City has the most cases, as we all know. So this is the trend of how the cases have been going. The beauty about this is that you can compare with all the other states. So you can see the trend. It all started on the same line, then it goes up. New York has been rising exponentially until now. So from here you can draw conclusions. You can see how the trends have been going. So this is called a trend line chart. So that's a public Tableau. It has so many other ways of visualizing data, but because of time, we'll just leave it at that. So the other one is called Infogram. If you go to again infogram.com, again you can upload a spreadsheet and it will visualize for you. So this is Infogram. The other one we call Datarapper. So Datarapper is the same thing. It can generate a trend line for you, like this is the rise and fall of cigarette consumption in developed countries. So that's a trend line chart. So those are some of the three. There are so many, but because of time, we'll just cover these three. That's Tableau, Infogram, and Datarapper. So some of the projects that I've done basically as a developer for Nation Media. An example is what you call road traffic deaths here. This is what I did for Nation Media. So as you can see, it's a dashboard on visualization of road traffic deaths. You'll get this from the link that I'll give you. It's hosted on a Nation Media website. So here, for example, you can see we have a 2-column charts. You can see a comparison of male and female. So by visualizing this data, you can actually say that men were 3 times more likely to die than women in a road crash in 2014. This is because this you can tell by looking at this bar chart, the number of deaths for male versus female. So you can do a comparison and draw that conclusions. So if you go to Twin Peaks, you also get a line chart. This is called a line chart, like I've said, or a trend line, whichever one you want to call. So you can see here the peak hour for road crash deaths in Kenya is 9 p.m. Jan to that, and then this other one here. So remember, this data is from NTSA. So you can get this data from NTSA. So this is called a pie chart. This is another type of visualization. All this you can get it on the Nation Media website. And then again, another trend line chart that I did for Nation Media was the analysis of GDP growth rate in Kenya since 1963. So as you can see how GDP growth has been going up and down. These are points of interest that you can see here. So when you hover over this, you see what was happening during that time. So this was a single party period and then a post-party period. That's the multi-party period now. So you can see how GDP growth has been going in Kenya. You can extrapolate from here using other KPIs that you have. So the other one again is a terrorism timeline in Kenya. Again, I did this for Nation Media. You can see points of interest there. It even has a YouTube video, so you can navigate. So this is a timeline. I think most interesting for me was police killings in Kenya, which elicited a lot of reactions from the government, but it had to be done. So this is a dashboard on police killings. As you can see, this is a comparison of these two trend lines. Compare the police killings in Kenya. So at this point, you can see in April 2020 there have been 3. 2019 there were 11. So this is a comparison of the two. If you go up here, you can see we have 2015 database, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020. So you can get this one Nation Newsplex. This one I did. I did it out of. We have what you call the InfoTrack county ranking, which was done by InfoTrack. So I decided to do a visualization on ranking on Kenya in according to performance. So the lightest here, as you can see, is the best performing, which was Machakos. So if you click here, if you want to do a comparison, you click here. You can see here there's Governor Alfred Mutua. If you click here, you can go to his profile on the government website. And then if you want to compare, I think it was, Tana River was the last, I think. Yeah, anyway, probably you can do it on your own time. At your own time, I'll give you the link, then you can do a comparison. So then you can go to the settings profile and then you can draw conclusions from there. And then you can see their performances over time. When the InfoTrack do another analysis, I'll do another visualization. I'll just add layers and layers of data so that you can do a comparison. So that was what was called the trend line charts, where we now look at what you call a sentiment analysis. This is also another way of telling trends. So as an example, these were excerpts of Uhuru Kenyatta's speech when he was in Uganda. So I wanted to capture keywords, like I was interested in how many times he mentioned regionally or regional in his speech. So as you can see, this is the biggest, this is called a bubble chart. This is the biggest. So that means he was he was mostly interested in regional development. So if you click here, it takes you to the speech. You can see that there were 16 mentions of region from Uhuru Kenyatta's speech. So you can see that he was interested in regions, and it highlights for you the places where he mentioned regions. So because of time, I think I can end it here for now. We can begin this conversation. I'll give you my contacts here. You can see them on this word document here. So these are my contacts. We can begin the conversation from here. So just go to visual data or predictive analytics. So thank you. Let's have this conversation from there.